What's up everybody, Howi Spangler here, Ninja Turtle Cup. Today we're gonna talk about support bands, do's and don'ts. So this one's going out to my baby bands, my little cherubs, my little newborns, you know, not knowing nothing of the world, you know, just laying there in your manger, talking to you harbor boys. So I wanted to make a video about things a support band should do and what they shouldn't do in order to increase their odds of being able to jump on more tours for bigger bands. And because that's how it starts. You get your band playing in the clubs and playing wherever you can locally, and then hopefully eventually you start getting to a point where you can ask to be on bigger band shows. I want to help you do that without fucking it up. What's up guys, I'm Howi Spangler and I'm coming to you from beautiful Havre de Grace, Maryland on this nice crisp January day. I play in a band called Ballyhoo. This is what we look like. We did about 22 million streams last year in 2023. So we've been around the block. We've opened for a lot of bands. We've done a lot of our own headlining stuff. So I figure I'm in a good place to be able to talk to you about some of the things that support bands should do and what they shouldn't do. Now, everything I'm about to go through here, me and my band are guilty of doing the same exact things. I want to help you not make the same mistakes that we did and hoping it'll increase your chances of getting on bigger tours in the future. First up, the schedule. Don't show up too early. Show up when the tour manager told you to in the advance. The whole run of show has been set up weeks in advance, and the tour manager wants everything to run as smoothly as possible. That's why they did that. They're not going to want a bunch of opening bands in the way while they're trying to get the headliner show all set up and all taken care of. Parking. Parking's a big one. Don't park in the headliner's space. If you show up and the headliner's not there yet, don't park. Or park across the street, or park down the street. Just don't be in the way. The tour laminate. Don't post pictures of your tour laminate on the socials. It's a rookie move. Last thing we need is people printing off their own tour laminates and then coming backstage and fucking shit up. Don't lose your tour laminate. Those things cost money and we need enough to go around. Some tours will actually charge you if you lose your laminate. Forgot to do these dishes last night. All right, let's talk about the green room. Sometimes you have to share the green room with the headliner, which is fine, but don't bring all your friends back to the green room. In fact, if you live 5 minutes away, just go to your house until it's time to play. The touring headliner band is usually exhausted and the green room is the last fortress of solitude. It's a space to get away from the crowd and all the madness. And they don't need you and all your friends coming in there, wrecking the place, using the private bathroom, punishing the band. Just be cool and respect the space. All right, let's talk about the drum kit, okay? I've seen this offense so many times, dozens and dozens, probably hundreds of times. My band's played over 2,000 shows and I've seen this so many times. Don't assume you're gonna use the headliner's drum kit. Bring your own drum kit. I don't know why that needs to be said, but apparently it does. We've had bands show up with nothing, like literally nothing, like expect to use our stuff. They don't bring anything. We had a local band from a city we were playing one night show up. The dude didn't have his kit. He didn't even have sticks. Typically, when you're the opening band, the drummer at least brings kick pedal, snare, cymbals, sticks. At least, okay? Bring your whole fucking kit, but at least bring those things. Dude, another band didn't bring their drums and the guitar player didn't bring his guitar. And he used my guitar. The fuck is that? That's just some low-level, lazy-ass bullshit. Bring your stuff, guys. Now, if you do use the headliner's kit, don't change the kit around, don't move the lugs, don't adjust anything, don't change the height of the cymbals. You get what you get. Sometimes it's just the way it is. You have to share the drum kit in these small rooms, but just respect the headliner drummer. You know, they're letting them use your kit. Be cool. If you break a drum head during your performance, apologize and offer to replace it. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. Just apologize for breaking it, offer to replace it. Don't break it, walk away and say, let's rock and roll, bro. That literally happened to us. We had this shitty tap-out shirt wearing chandelier jeans motherfucker band come out and open for us. And the singer thought he was cool and switched places with the drummer and played drums on a song or did a drum solo or something, and then broke our kick drum head on the beater side. And he just walked away. He's like, let's rock and roll, bro. Let's rock and roll. It's like, dude, okay. It's not the end of the world, but at least offer to replace it. Say you're sorry. My bad. Fucking idiot. I feel like the further down the list we go, the more bitter I get. No stage bombing. Don't run out on the stage while the headliner's playing thinking they're gonna need you for your sweet backup vocals. One time I was drunk and I ran up on stage with the band we were on tour with. And I was like, oh man, this is gonna be so great. This is gonna make the show so much better. Everybody's gonna love it. It's gonna be the best thing ever. It's gonna show that camaraderie with the tour. They were playing their big song, and I forced myself onto the singer's mic, spilling my full beer all over his nice white t-shirt, probably his pedal board. I was drunk and my vocals probably sucked anyway. It was a rookie move, and I probably deserved the look of shame after the set. Personally, I love when friends come up on stage when the time is right, but the time just wasn't right that night. Be cool, be respectful. It's okay to introduce yourself. If you happen to see the headliner in the hallway or something like that, don't punish them with hundreds of questions on the first day. If you're in a full tour, you'll have plenty of time to run into them, ask a couple questions, kind of shoot the shit, but just play it cool, that's all. Just don't get too heavy on the first night. I've done this and it sucks. Read the room, don't overstay your welcome. I've been guilty of this. I'll keep talking and end up saying some dumb shit, and the person I'm talking to finds me annoying, so don't do that. Don't assume that the headliner's front of house engineer is gonna run sound for you. I've heard that from front of house engineers that I know, but apparently that happens to them a lot. So make sure you secure your own front of house engineer, or you talk to the venue ahead of time and make sure that they know that they're running sound for you. If the headliner's engineer does run sound for you, offer them some compensation. For the love of God, don't try to get on the tour bus. Just don't do it. It's not a good look. Everyone will find you very annoying, and you probably won't be on the tour again. If the band wants you on the tour bus, they'll invite you. If you happen to spill your drinks during your set, clean it up. Don't leave a puddle on the stage for the next band to come in. The headliner doesn't want to step in your puddle of warm White Claw, so just be cool. When you get your stuff off the stage, quickly go grab a towel and wipe it up. Or at least let somebody know there's a mess on stage. Do not max out the guest list. All the bands on the show have a guest list, and if you load it up with all your friends and people you know from work and your girlfriends, that all adds up to tickets not sold. Some bands will say 1 per band member, some are generous and they'll say, okay, you get 5 or 10. You know, it depends on the size of the room and all that and how well tickets are selling. But just be cool and try to keep it to a minimum. And anybody that does show up on the guest list, encourage them to buy some merch or something. This was a big one with my industry friends that I asked. Don't set up your merch before the headliner sets up their merch. You go where the headliner's merch manager tells you to go, even if it means you're in a closet with no foot traffic. It's just how it is. We've had to do it before many times. Now it's your turn. Don't go in there and set up all your stuff, because they will make you move it. They actually enjoy making you move your shit. So don't drink the band's beer. I don't know how many times we'll be in the green room and then some rando comes in and starts raiding the fridge and just taking whatever they want. This happens a lot at festivals, and the band will have its own little tent or something outside, and then we'll go on stage, do the thing, come back, and all the beer's gone from our cooler. Of course, you're never gonna find out who it is. Just some fucking dork who thought they could come back and do whatever they want because they got a VIP pass or something like that. The beer actually comes out of the show's budget, which is part of the band's deal. So you're like taking money out of the headliner's pocket when you do that stuff. A good headliner band will take care of their support bands. We always try to make sure that our openers have at least a case of beer and a case of water. You know, if there's more budget to go around, we'll throw snacks, things like that. But we at least try to give everybody a case of beer and some waters. Out of all the responses I got the other day from my post about this very thing that we're talking about today, this was the biggest one. Get off stage on time. You should know your set, you should know how long your songs are. You should be rehearsing and understanding what a 30-minute set looks like, how many songs that is. If you start late, finish on time. If you start 10 minutes late, you don't get to end 10 minutes later. Whatever time you start, you gotta be done by the time that was set, because the show has to remain on schedule. Sometimes there's a hard curfew. The headliner band should not be able to cut their set time because you fucked up and don't know how to be professional. Again, yes, we are definitely guilty of this. Back in the early days, we went over our set time. If someone yells at you from the side of the stage, hey, you got 1 song left, don't play your fucking 8-minute jam where everybody gets a 32-bar solo and, you know, for some big finish. Play a short one, get the fuck off my stage. Now, when your set is over, don't start unpatching cables, taking your cymbals off the stands one at a time. Grab your shit and carry it off stage. Get it off stage as fast as possible. One of my friends brought up the cable rug burrito thing. Put your shit on a rug, roll it up, carry it off stage, figure it out later. The goal is to get off stage and out of the way as fast as possible. If you want to do one better, as soon as your set is over, take all of your stuff to your trailer. Get it out of the building and back in the trailer and packed up so it's out of the way. Some of these venues that we play have really small backstage areas. There's a small hallway. We've already got our gear back there taking up space. Put it all in the trailer, get it done. That way, at the end of the night, the headliner's not waiting for you to get all your stuff out of the way so they can load out. Even to this day, when we still do support shows, we take everything outside, we get it right in the trailer. and we're done with it. It's good to go. You're free the rest of the night, do whatever you want. There's no worry about anything else. If you are able to master all the things that we talked about today, you're gonna be remembered as a really cool band that wasn't annoying, you were clean, you got out of the way, and you just did what you were supposed to do. Promise you that's gonna help you get on more tours in the future, because word's gonna get around that you're a cool band to tour with. There's probably a little bit of tough love here in this one, but just know that me and my band went through the exact same things. We just learned so much with this stuff, having done it for so long, just on both sides of it. Being an opener, being a headliner, you just learn all the things. So there's chapters below, go back, watch some things, take some notes. Don't fucking blow it. Did I cover it all? Did I miss anything? Let me know down below. If you guys thought this video was fun, please smash the like button, ring the bell, and hit that subscribe button. Come check out my band Ballyhoo out on the road this year. We're doing a bunch of shows and we'd love to have you. Let me know what I should talk about next. See you guys on the next one.